Hello Rudy Cuties, welcome back to my channel, and this isn't a rant, this is actually a storytime video. I know I said I wasn't going to do storytime videos, but I'm not that angry of a person as I'm starting to figure out, so I decided to bring back story videos. It's a little bit more content to add to the channel. I've got plenty of stories, so it's fine. Growing up, I grew up in a lot of small towns, a lot of small, primarily Caucasian towns, and a lot of the time I stuck out like a sore thumb. And from kindergarten all the way to my last days of high school, I was picked on. And one of the biggest things that I was picked on for was my skin tone. And I'm really glad that I've seen a lot in like social media and just in public alone that this has changed a lot since I was in school. So that's awesome. However, when I was a little kid, it was not that way. So that being said, in 6th grade, this memory really sticks out to me just because it was just such a, yeah! But anyway, I'm in 6th grade, and I don't know what was going on with me that day. I was having some kind of bad day. I don't know if I had gotten a bad grade or whatever. I was just in my own little world. So I'm on my way to music class. I get to music class, sit in one of the chairs, didn't pay attention to where I was sitting down. A kid, we're gonna call him Snake, comes into the room, and I'm sitting in his seat. I don't know why people have to be so rude for no apparent reason. Comes up to me and says, "You're in my seat." No energy today to be like, "I don't see your name on it." I pick up my stuff and I take a step away from the seat. And behind me, I hear him say, "Yeah, you better move before I bitch slap you back to Africa." Aren't children just so pure? Usually when you hear stuff like that, you hear it like kind of under somebody's breath, like, "Oh, bitch slap you back to Africa." You don't hear it this loud with a bunch of other kids around. There was at least 20 kids in this room at this time already, and I just snapped. Before I could even understand what was going on in my own brain, I had this thick Joe Boxer binder. It was fabric. I turned around and I just swung, and the entire back of my binder made contact with the side of this guy's face. And of course, this is the day that my music teacher decides to be on time for class, and he saw the whole thing go down. We both get sent to the principal's office, of course. I tell the principal what happened. He listens, and at the end he's like, "All right, go back to class." I'm in shock. Like, I'm usually, at this time, I was a pretty good kid. So being sent to the principal's office alone was enough stress for me to just like shit a chicken. So I was just floored that he was just gonna let me go. And I was like, "I'm not in trouble. You're not gonna call my mom or anything." Remember back when that was the scary thing? "I'm gonna call your parents." Like, "No, no, 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 no." He's like, "No, not gonna call your parents. Just go back to class. I'll handle this." Walking back to class with the music teacher, he must have been in the room listening to the whole thing with us, because as we're walking back, he knew exactly everything that happened, and he asked me, "Was it worth it?" Hell yeah, it was worth it. He's just like, "Yeah, don't do it again." I'm like, "Don't worry, I'm never gonna do that again." We got back to the music room, and everybody's just like, "Whoa, what's going on?" I don't think they really cared so much about me, more so that they just wanted to know what had happened, like drama. People fucking nosy. We can't help ourselves. We're nosy. Later on, not that same day, but I guess Snake's punishment was to write like this full letter apology to me. I don't know what happened to the letter. I remember reading it like once. It was really chicken scratchy. I don't think that the school or the principal like checked the letter before he gave it to me. I know it didn't say anything bad or whatever. I don't remember it being a fully sincere apology. It just kind of looked like something he was just like, "Oh my gosh, just whatever. Yeah, I'm sorry for calling you this," and you get the thing. It just was very unsincere. But I wasn't about to be like, rough draft, final draft, present this shit to the class kind of thing. I didn't care at that point. I was just glad that he got in trouble for it, because that kind of thing had happened so much before 6th grade and nothing was ever done about it. Maybe part of it was my fault because I didn't tell anybody, because I didn't think anybody would... anybody would care. I felt isolated as is because so many people were pointing out how different I looked to everybody else that I already felt alone. I got lucky that day. I got lucky that I didn't get in any kind of trouble. Moral of the story, don't fight your bullies head on. Tell somebody. Somebody will always care. Whether it's your parents, a friend, a teacher, somebody. Like, don't take that on yourself. Don't fight your bullies physically. If you can settle it peacefully, that's probably, no, that is the best solution. Don't bring violence into it. It doesn't fix anything, and for the most part, it usually makes it worse. So, yeah. But that was my story. Well, one of many stories of me dealing with my bullies. There might be a part 2 to this. I don't know. Depends how well this goes over. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.